Hello and welcome. It's that time of the day again, and you're here with me and catching up on the May edition of the reaction. So clearly, congratulations to every worker in this country, from the nurses to let's put it in bracket, the health workers, to the artisans in this country, the masons, the cleaners, everybody from the top to the down. You've all done well. Clearly, it's just that the bad nuts, just as we say, if you be a man, who accepted that way. However, we say, congratulations to every worker. We've done so well for this country. We've built in our various capacities, and we hope that in the coming years we will keep on working hard for the betterment of the country. So let's move into today's story. Top of our stories today, we will talk about the Attorney General to prosecute ex-Signal Bureau's director of alleged dubious internet contract with Ghana Water. And more stories to look at on Mr. Dominic asking or requesting His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama to start dismissing all appointees who have decided not to declare their assets. Now let's move into some more stories. This story is one bizarre one. However, we will still have to treat it. We are looking at a certain member of parliament, Honorable Obeng, popularly known as Mr. A Plus, raining insults on the Attorney General for his response to some comments he made a few weeks ago. So these are many more stories is what we have for you today. Clearly, we are in for a whole buffet of a show. So let's just warm things up quickly before we even get into what we have today, because we said in the edition of the May Day, there is this popular quote from our first president and our first prime minister, for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. He lives on, his legacies continue to live on. He once upon a time said, capitalism is a development by refinement from feudalism, just as feudalism is development by refinement from slavery. Capitalism is but the gentleman's method of slavery. Clearly, it points it out. We have two major political parties in our fourth republic. That's the National Democratic Congress and the New Patriotic Party. One is known for being a capitalist government, right? Not a socialist government. So if you take the New Patriotic Party, they are known to be a capitalist government. They are all in for the private sector being motivated or being enabled to gain more profits, rather than they believe that government has no business doing business. Clearly, so this quote is for them. Capitalism is but the gentleman's method of slavery. So you can just feed it into what they have done to us as a people over the years. Now let's jump into our stories for today. The first one is Attorney General Mr. Dominic Ayine has this for us, right? He says that, so I'm reading for graphic online. It says that the Attorney General and Minister for Justice Dominic Ayine has disclosed that the former director of the National Signals Bureau, Mr. Boahene, will soon be charged for his alleged role in the 1.3 million internet service scandal involving Ghana Water Company. Will soon be charged. So yet to be. So I'm quoting him. In one of his press conferences held yesterday, he gave the nitty-gritties of whatever he has for the country and why he's charging Mr. Edu Boahene. So let's read. He says that the contract document showed that Ghana Water was to pay BNC the sum of 650,000 cedis every 2 weeks for secured internet services from the BNC. The Attorney General said at the press. But then let's see what happened. However, this is what I'm reading from the exact words of the Attorney General. He says, so every month, Mr. Edu Boahene's company received a total of 1.3 million from Ghana Water Limited in exchange for internet services provided by the government. He then again said that our investigations have revealed that conservatively, Mr. Edu Boahene received in excess of 6 million. Please follow me carefully. 6 million from Ghana Water Company. We are about completing the docket on the investigations and will charge him and his accomplices in that crime enterprise separately. This is where we are. The bone of contention here is this. If Mr. Boahene, being the former director of the National Security Bureau, did he ever receive such amount? First question. Did he receive such an amount, 650,000 cedis every 2 weeks from the Ghana Water Company? If yes, for how many years? For how many months? For how many weeks did he receive them? After receiving them, has he accounted properly to his apprentice? Now, my next question is this. I'm saying this because we are moving into some interesting aspect. I've heard him saying that he is not to be blamed for any of the charges being laid against him. So we'll get into it. But this is just the first accusation point. And his accomplices, the first point, the wife. What was her role? So it will be interesting in the subsequent days when court proceedings begin. That to the extent that yesterday I was listening to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General was referring to his lawyers, that's Boahene, claiming in court that the Attorney General was imagining, or was it an imagination mode? And these people, do they think we are jokes or we are playing? This is a serious matter by all standards. You form a gang with your wife plus one other girl, a lady, and a company which belongs to you in disguise to do this, and you have the nerves and the guts to go to court and say Attorney General is imagining things. Look, we have to fast track things quickly. If we will allow such matters to go to bed, this matter should not go to bed. It is clear one is at fault. If Mr. Boahene could accept that he has received such monies, or he was under contract with the Ghana Water Company, that he will receive 650,000 cedis every 2 weeks, then there is a case. Now we further read and he says that we have established that $2 million paid by the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund was paid without board approval. What? No, was the board aware or they were not? Okay, so without board approval is another case. Was the board aware that such an amount has entered into the coffers of the institution? You being aware and you giving approval are two different scenarios. You can be aware, but you didn't give approval, but you were not aware. Well, he has destroyed everything. Account. Let's move into it. Look, he is now saying this. I'm still reading from Graphic Online. He says that, let me do this, stop misbehaving. 49 million cyber defense software case. Kwabena Boahene, 3 others plead not guilty to charges. Hey. So look, at this point, what are they holding on to? Kwabena Boahene and the 3 other accomplices. Please, if you care to know, it's his wife and another lady plus a company being involved. At this point, what are they holding on to? The immediate past Director General of the National Signals Bureau, formerly Bureau of National Communications, that's the BNC, Kwabena Boahene, has pleaded not guilty to multiple charges, including allegedly causing a financial loss of 49 million cedis to the state in a deal to purchase a cyber defense software. 49 million cedis. You are pleading not guilty. The government is charging you for financial loss to the state, and you say you have nothing. Is it that you didn't see the money or you didn't spend any amount of that sort? Okay, so wait. You are the director general over there. You're going to purchase a cyber defense system, right? Just as they've stated it. It's a software you bought. How much did you buy it? Going forward, these are the things I think the attorney general also left these nitty gritties out. How much did you buy it? Now we start doing cost valuations. It's just like I want to go buy this pencil. I know that in the market, this pencil shouldn't cost no more than 3 cedis. So if you come tell me that you bought this pencil for 100 cedis, I should start thinking correctly. Any human being with head will start thinking correctly. That's where we are now. That you buy a cyber defense system or software worth 49 million cedis. Okay, you are denying it. How much did you buy it? If you are pleading not guilty, then you would have to start rolling out your evidences. Oh, yes, I didn't do it. I bought it for this amount of money. I bought it for X amount of money. I bought it for Y amount of money. So what the attorney general is saying is a lie with evidences. Now they are told. They say only one no do right. In English, you say that if you would just use your mouth and say over here, this hectares of land, I can read. I'll read. That one, nothing will trick you. Nothing will hurt you. It's easy to say it. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. So let's read. Further says that Boahene and his wife, Angela Boateng, have been jointly charged with one count of collaborating to use public office for profit and one count of conspiracy to steal. Right? Now let's look at the prosecution's facts. The prosecution is alleging that while serving as Director General of BNC in 2018, Mr. Boahene and his wife founded a private company named BNC Communication Bureau Limited, similar to BNC's name. Crazy. Hey! Or what the company in a company? Into Kofi Nia. Kofi ni Kofi Nia. Kofi's brother or sibling. Hey. So you people slept on your bed, thought it twice, allegedly, that this is going to help you, thinking that the NPP government will never pass away. You were lying. Ah, if true and true they did this, then somebody has to be blamed. The Attorney General stated that in January 2020, Mr. Boahene signed a contract with Israeli company ISC Holdings Limited on behalf of the government and the National Security Council for a 49 million CD software called Cyber Defense System. Now, that cyber defense system, we Chrome have for software developers, a lot of them. Can't they come together and build something like this for the country? No, for a play who Israel, boom, boom, boom. I mean, so we have to begin to look at this Israeli company again. How much did they receive? I want to believe that the Attorney General has done such works. We won't say anything about it because the case is heading to court. But we want to know. We want to believe that after they contacted the Israeli company, which is the ISC Holdings Limited, they had clarified that the amount they sold their software to our government through the the BNC in 2018 does not correspond. I want to believe that's the reason why they are saying that they've stolen, right? Let's read further. The Attorney General contends that the 49 million for the cyber defense software was never received. Huh? So in other cases, we can say that the software is non-existent. It's nowhere to be found. Hey, Abroni be penny. How did we get here as a people? So on a normal day, were they going through auditors? Huh? Auditors, were we, no, look, were they in an isolation that nobody audits their accounts on a daily basis? So the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, what were they doing throughout the years? From 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24, 25, 24, the offensive 24. Are they telling us that the BNT, currently NSB, had never undergone any form of auditing? Well, further says that he said an inventory confirmation from the National Security Secretariat indicated that the equipment was never received. Abua bua. Kikikim. Hey, me koto, me nya maybe. So where's the money? Is it that when they further took a decision that they won't buy the equipment again, so they didn't touch the money can be found? Is that what they are telling us? And as it cannot carry him, it has been suspended. Oh, first is that the prosecution stated that the total amount of 49 million cedis paid from the public BNC account to the private BNC was equivalent to the $7 million. You remember we mentioned earlier on that Wate company for with the same names, so BNC binya in Tafo, Atani Ata, we eba kufi wa epe, Atani Ata, Abroni Bigi, we red flag. This is a red flag. We could see that the wife and the husband themselves, if truly they are being held culpable, red flags may know my worry. Be into the uncle fu, we when call your father for me. Now we never. What book with me and the concert. Excuse my language, please. Forgive me if this is true. If what the Attorney General is saying is the truth, is something to go by, is a fact. Clearly, somebody has to sleep in jail. Somebody needs to go to jail. These people should be the replacement of Ayine. If true, this is what they've done. We're only hoping that in court the matter will be settled with justice. That there is something wrong somewhere, because $49 million CDs for a particular equipment or software, just a software, and the software ama sika nzo aye hu obedem nana obedem ni aye di obedem e was all sha say boa ahoto obedem. So that the prosecution further alleged that Mr. Boahene and his wife transferred funds from the National BNC bank account to the private BNC account, which were then funneled through a network of companies ultimately owned by Advantage Solution System. Look, at the same time, there should be a gross correction. There should be a whole clean-up system in the companies in this country. Some of the companies, you can't even find their location. One person owns not less than 3, 4, 5 companies, some to the tune of 10 companies. Bidding, government bidding, contracting, but no bidding. So you look, one of the instances, one person owns about 5 companies going to bid for one government contract. So let's say one road. Or the 5 companies in the construction firm. 5 or the broker for 2, hoping that one will be picked up. That is increasing his chances of winning the contract. And the Koyana buy. Abroad Dawson. Let me play tatters. Fan the Banakwan, Gibani, Yabra winning Yana Bedam too. Assigned to a game, a chess. You are who better than see. No, hey, we are better than why you say, hey, what's wrong? Look, in government, you have to be smart. You have to be thinking. Look, a lot of people are smart and they are behaving like monkeys. The difference between you and the monkey is this. A monkey is smart. A human being is intelligent. A lot of these politicians are smart. You know, you know. We are hoping and praying that people will change. So additionally, Mr. Ayine alleged that investigations suggested that the funds transferred from the National BNC account were, with the assistance of Donko, used to acquire properties in Accra, Kumasi, and London, as well as fleet of luxury cars. The prosecution claimed that these funds also supported the couple's lavish lifestyle and that of their friends. So we need enough for why are they we need why are they so so go dem no deɛ ɔnko a na wokɔ sɛbi maame pape wei deɛ wode me gyaa hɔ ani de me gyaa hɔ ani kɔhyɛ mu atɔ woboa no adan ne hɔ wode m'akyi da wonko a na abɛdɛm if you are found guilty wobɛdɛm ɛnyɛ kasa tenten you would have to sleep inside. Let's move into some more stories now. How nkurɔfo wei deɛ di ɔmɛkyia bɛyɛ bɔne. You say something that will say you are prejudiced, whatever. I said declaration. I'm reading for Peace FM online. Quickly join me. Rush, join me there. Dismiss all appointees who have failed to declare assets within given timeline. W tells Mahama. Now, something Mahama no know what can't find where they want. The resetting agenda, some of us will pick it up to a next level. Right? Mr. Domlevu, you are right on track. Our former auditor, the Auditor General, the NPP decided to commit heinous crime against him, led by His Excellency the former President, the President, and that's the Danko Kufadu. Is it now they've even forgotten? I do guy, I do D, I do D, I do free teachers, I do E, I do Boga, I do E, I bet you. There are few. Your legacy has been forgotten. Meanwhile, Nkrumah died over 5 decades ago. We still remember him. We don't remember his dead body. We remember his legacy. To the extent that your daughter can even tell us in the face that Ghanaians are ungrateful and that his father is the best president Ghana has ever had. Then you have one man sitting somewhere in Kumasi with a nose with like containing tambourine and trumpet mixed up, telling us that some useless people. Let's move on. Daniel Domlewu has expressed his deep disappointment with government officials appointed by President John Dramani Mahama, who have failed to declare their assets after the given deadline by the president. The former Auditor General means no worse in describing the action of the government appointees as gross indiscipline and disrespect for the appointing authority. President John Dramani Mahama is clear. If you truly respect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, whom his powers emanated from the people of Ghana, right? You should clearly know that if he gives you an order, it's an order from the whole countrymen and women. And if you decide to go contrary to it, that means that you have no respect for anybody. Take it or leave it. These people are even older than you. They are instructions. Only declare your assets, what you have before you came into office, just to enhance or in fact, look, declaring your assets alone helps no other person than yourself. So in the next few years, if the government changes and there is any form of auditing or any form of investigation, you are going to help yourself. You declare your asset. You compare how much were you being paid at the time you were serving a country, X amount of money. Is it equivalent to the properties you've been able to acquire? Yes. Free now, call baby. For your own good, people are being smart, behaving like monkeys, not being intelligent like a human being. Ah, well, you took one when I'm couple of vacancy. Always wanting to cause ambiguity in everything. So we are quoting him. So Dominic will say that if the team that is supposed to help the president manage the affairs of the country is so undisciplined, it shows a lack of disrespect for the president and his office. Clearly. Clearly. So this one the end can say Dominic will watch the one doing come. Now let's move on to the problem of the day. A problem. I'll be answering or a problem for us. You I think that exactly 20 days, which was yesterday, was the day A Plus took to his Facebook page to make a lot of noise, right? He made a lot of allegations that, yes, of course, the Attorney General, which is Mr. Dominic Ayine, had been involved in so many corruption-related activities, or was the key architect in drafting the sanitation levy, which has been an enemy to the finances of every citizen of this country during MPP's time. Today, everybody was screaming, including myself. I was wondering why the Attorney General had not responded. So yesterday, he gave clarity to the case. Clarity, no day, man. Right? This is where I find it so bizarre and disheartening that a sitting member of parliament could not hold on his thoughts, thinking that he's still just anybody, right? And me come out, if you think nobody can do anything, please. Sometimes you have to use your common sense. You see, common sense is the highest form of wisdom. Walking around thinking that you have a lot of money in your pocket doesn't make you reasonable. So I will research your brain. How dare you? Clearly, you are missing it. Look, you are not. Let me hold my thoughts because I don't want to even get into my course probably. A plus in dirty fight with Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Look, whatever the Attorney General said yesterday was spot on. If you are the person who alleged and he's still saying that it is not true, what do? You bring more proof to the case rather than raining insults on him. So let's read. I'm reading for Ghana Web. Kwame Asayim, popularly known as A Plus, the member of parliament for Guma Central, has accused the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice of bribery and corruption. According to A Plus, the minister allegedly sought an amount of 500,000 to bribe the appointment committee of parliament. Yes, clearly. So the Attorney General also gave explanations to why he didn't say he had never received any amount from anybody to a tune of 500,000 or 500k cedis. He said that he took that money for his campaign, right? So he gave explanation to why he took that money from someone we both don't know, we all don't know. So if you think that he took it for this purpose, which is the appointment committee setup, what you do? You bring proof. Oh, this is the truth. Hey, see that his accusation followed a rebuttal by Dr. Ayine during a press conference on April 30, 2025, where he denied initial allegations made by A Plus concerning corruption-related matters. And for me, I'm so proud of the Attorney General. He took the right time to explain whatever went on. He said that his integrity has never been dented. He has no intentions of also succumbing to any form of corruption just to dent his integrity. And I like that from him. A plus stated, no, that's not the truth. My information is that you went to beg for 500,000 cedis, claiming you were going to use it to bribe the appointment committee of parliament. And for your information, you are not the only one. If you are an old, I'll read. Look, I'm trying to keep the words clean. I'm reading from his page, A plus. No, that's not true. What I said was because according to my information, you went to beg for 500,000 cedis that you were going to use it to bribe the appointment committee of parliament. And for your information, you are not the only one. If you are an old fool, I will research your brain. Stupid man, he added. Rubbish. Ah, you're to tune say na mini. Look, if you look for anything else, he's older than you. Aside the age factor, if you feel like what he said wasn't true and you owe truth, honesty to the good people of Ghana, what do you do? Bring out your fact and evidence. That's my problem. Oh. I am not saying that don't come and respond. Clearly, you couldn't level such allegations on him and he will say that you are right. And see that. So what do? You bring the more evidences you have just to make your point. But for you to go to the extent of insulting him to that level, why can you swap A plus? I don't know what form. Our form. You see a party or form. Hey, uncle. Don't go there at all. At all. No matter where you are, you should apply common sense to what you do, your daily activity. You should know who you are now. Not a common A plus anymore. Not the usual singer A plus. Not a guy who used to sit with United Showbiz every Saturday and had found glory in the eyes of his own people, Gomorrah Central. Don't make them feel like they chose the wrong person to represent them. Why would you be speaking as if you sat in feces? Ah well, we are hoping and praying that you change. But if this is the way to go, clearly your presidential ambition won't work. You've been a failure to us as it stands now. What has been your impact? What has been your influence? You've only been complaining. You've complained about why now you understand why MPs need sirens. MP salaries are too low, 15,000 cedis. You make it a day, my friend. Stop the work and go and sit somewhere. Stop it. Okay, now to me, if you feel like you don't have the requisite intellectuals to do this work, find that place and sit. Remember, disturbing don't come and disturb anybody. I'm going to pay them as too much. You behave as if you don't have parents in the house. Clearly, you don't have parents in the house. What kind of behavior is that? That you are taught to insult your other people. Nobody is saying that don't fume out your thought. Fume them out. But there should be limits to it. This is where we bring an end to the reaction. With me, Ngadi Gopen. Please do want to subscribe to our channel. Thanks. Bye.